my loves, I'm Chef Kia, the owner of My Daddy's Recipes, and this is Veganize It, shot here in Leimert Park at the one and only Swift Cafe. Today on Veganize It, I'm going to share with you tips, recipes, and spices I use to make my plant-based food nutritious and delicious. Then my guest is going to try this veganized version of their favorite meals, and then they're going to give you their honest opinion. And then after that, they're going to share with you their life spice. Yes, their life spice. The way they flavor the world with their gifts and talents to make it tastier, better, easier to digest for humanity. My guest, Miss April Showers, the Afrounicorn herself, she loves Mexican food. So let's veganize some tacos. Come on, let's go. You ready? Okay, my guys, we're gonna start with our nut meat. We're gonna add a little liquid smoke to our pecans, our walnuts, our mushrooms, our onions, garlic, and bell pepper. And we're gonna blend really nicely until it looks like this. You see? Okay, then we're gonna turn on our fire, add our skillet, add a little grapeseed oil, some onions, some minced garlic, and then we're gonna just stir that up a little bit. And then we're gonna add our nut meat. And we're gonna stir that until it starts to look like your ground. Then we're gonna add a little bit of your favorite taco seasoning and just stir. It should start to look like ground beef or ground turkey. That's what it should start to look like. And then we're gonna go to our fish tacos. And we're just gonna dip that in our batter, just like you would dip your fried fish. And you're gonna go ahead and make sure your oil is really hot. And then you're gonna add your oyster mushrooms in there. And then you're gonna turn them when they get slightly brown, just like you would do your fish. And then you're gonna put them on paper towels so you can drain the oil. And then we're gonna start on taco shells. You know how to do your taco shells. We're not teaching anything new here. So we're gonna add everything to our cutting board, and then we're gonna dress our taco. We're gonna cut up our oyster mushrooms, add it to our taco, add a little bit of sauce with a little bit of avocado, some cilantro, a little lime, and oh my God, look at their deliciousness. Oh, I can't wait to eat it. Okay, so now we're gonna do our ground taco. We're gonna add a little bit of Misha's cheese. This is a Black-owned company, you guys. So you're gonna add your ground nut meat, a little cilantro, and then we're gonna add a little bit of My Daddy's Recipes ceviche to the mix. We're gonna use it as our salsa, because why not? Top that with a little avocado, a little bit of Cajun seasoning, and there it is. Oh my God, all dressed up and ready to eat. Oh, look at that plate. Okay, let's see what our guest thinks. All right, so before I introduce you to the magnificence that is April Showers, I'm gonna introduce her to her food. Okay, so right here we have a nut meat enchilada. It's made from walnuts and pecans and a little bit of chickpea just for texture. And then we have guac. Can't have Mexican food without guac. Right. And then we have a vegan ceviche. Really, really proud of that one. That one's actually on my menu. So you guys, you can't get the recipe for that one, but everything else. And then we have a fishless fish taco. And then we have a cilantro and a lime rice with some refried beans. And then we have, made with the same nut meat, we have a ground taco. All right, feel free to go ahead and dig in and tell the people what you think.
Most definitely. I'm going right into this enchilada. I'm not gonna lie. I really didn't think you can do an enchilada vegan.
Yeah.
Especially with the cheese and the meat. Yeah. This is fire.
Yay! Awesome.
But I'm gonna get one more bite. I don't want to look like a big fatty because I want to tear into all this food.
Yay! I'm so glad you like it. Yeah, at first I was gonna do just tacos, and I was like, if she loves Mexican food, people who love Mexican food love cheese, you know. And so I was like, let me do a cheesy item as well. So
yeah, I didn't think I would ever like And so this is my first vegan meal.
Ow! Okay, I was about to say something, but that was inappropriate. So.
Okay, I'm gonna take a sip.
Okay, go for it. Okay, and what you're drinking right now, this is from another Black-owned company. They do ginger, everything ginger. So this is their mango ginger drink.
Yeah, I smelled the ginger immediately, and I wasn't expecting that.
It's called Ginger Surprise.
Okay.
There you go.
There you go. I wasn't expecting that surprise. Okay.
Yeah, so it's Ginger Surprise.
Okay, I'm gonna go
Where are we going next? We're going to the ceviche?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, I'm very
So
excited.
ceviche normally has shrimp.
Shrimp or fish, yes. So what we use here, instead of a shrimp or a fish, we use trump mushroom. I'm so proud of the ceviche. I'm so proud of the ceviche.
Nakia, I did not know you was like throwing down like this.
Yeah, I've been cooking ever since I could put a chair to the stove. I love food. I love eating. I love watching people eat. You see me, I'm all, look.
Now, I don't know if I'm gonna turn vegan, but if I was, you would be the only cook for me. Do all vegan food taste like this?
No. No.
This is fire.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, the key to making really delicious plant-based food is layering your flavors. You have to layer the flavors so that you get something that's delicious. And a lot of people just want to do something that imitates meat, and they do a lot of processed things. This is why I made your ground myself, because there's a lot of things that we don't want on our bodies that's in processed meats, whether it be vegan or not.
I was really nervous just seeing my manager was like, you're gonna be hungry afterwards.
And that's another thing that people believe. They're like, I'm gonna be hungry. Even if it's good, they're gonna give me this little bit of something on a plate.
You just don't think there's gonna be enough substance
to fill you up
with the food, because you're just thinking, I don't know what we're thinking. I think we're just thinking lettuce.
Right. That is what you think. That's what you think.
This ain't lettuce. I am so ready to be off camera so I can really eat this food the way I want to eat this food. Okay.
So while you're eating your food, I'm gonna go ahead and tell everyone what life spice is, because that's the discussion that we're going to be having, is what is your life spice and how life spice came about. And so I was having this I love it. You don't even have to say anything. That's made with oyster mushrooms.
Man.
And it's like a Cajun batter. Yeah, so it's,
This is vegan food.
Yeah, it's vegan.
If I go vegan, you have to come with me. There's no way I can prepare this.
We can do that.
I'm sorry.
I've had some of your food. You can do it.
We could get back to so
let's pause that real quick and let me actually introduce your brand, because I got so excited. I didn't even tell my audience who you're watching. So this is April Showers. She is the owner and creator of Afrounicorn, a movement that shows women of color, people of color, how to have multiple streams of income. She does not believe in one stream of income being your bread and butter, being your lifeline, and she shows you how to go about doing it. She doesn't say, oh, you should just have this. She actually shows you how to do it, and she brings on experts to actually just share their gems. Like things that you actually pay for. She does this for free every Saturday. And not only that, she has built Afrounicorn from the ground into this amazing, you're gonna be in how many stores?
3,840.
Did y'all hear that? Like, 3,800 and, would you say?
40.
Let's not forget the 40. Let's not forget the 40. Oh, and how many years did you build this?
So May 2019, and we're in stores May 2022.
Wow. Wow. That is one thing that I love about April. She says that she's going to do something, and gosh darn it, it's done. It's done. It's like you see no limitations. And I just admire that so much. She is about to take over the world. She is. If she says she's going to do it, it's going to be done. And she has it in her heart more than anything. She has it in her heart that while she's at the top, she's going to make sure there's other people who look like her right there alongside her. And I love you for that. I love you for that.
Thank you.
So, just like you need spices for food, I think that there are certain things that God put inside of us to spice up the world and make it better. My daddy's recipes it pays homage to my dad who taught me how to bake, but more than that, it's a movement. It's a movement to show people of color that we are all essential ingredients in God's recipe for a better world. And Veganize It is the love child of my daddy's recipe. It's the move and the movement, you know?
Love it.
And so I came up with this phrase called life spice that I've coined. And the way that came about was I often go to the beach and spend some quiet time with God. And I don't know what was going on this particular day, but I was done with the world and I was upset with God. And I was like, don't you see the world? Like our homeless population is growing.
Social justice.
Yeah, justice doesn't exist, you know? And I was just going off the list and just naming all these things. And I was like, what? You don't answer prayer no more? You don't do that no more? And God checked me so fast. He was like, first, fix your tone. Fix your tone.
Watch how you speak to me.
Right, fix your tone. And then he told me, yeah, I answer prayer. I answer prayer in the form of sending my children with all of these gifts and talents to be answers to these so-called unanswered prayers. So the better question is, why don't you do what I sent you here to do?
Right.
Why don't you be obedient?
Wow.
And that whooped my behind so
I mean, because God, I've been telling her, but she listens to me. You know, she had to hear from G-O-D. Go ahead.
And so that whooped my behind because I couldn't imagine that there's someone on their knees crying out to the Creator, and I have in me the answer to that prayer, and I'm sitting on it, and that was the spanking that I needed to just put the fire under my behind, and I'm like, I'm gonna do it whether I know how to do it or not.
Right.
I'm just gonna move, and we'll get better as we go. So, that being said, what is your life spice? What is the thing that the world needed so badly that God went into his magical kitchen and he said, I'm gonna put some of this in there. I'm gonna put a little dash of this, a cup of this, and I'm gonna form April showers. And through her life and through her light, the world is gonna be better. What is that thing?
I don't know if I can say it in one word. I know there is a word. I want to call it selfless, maybe. But basically, my spices, God gave me the desire to help other people.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
In such a way. Like, I just heard of the phrase in the last maybe 5 years of crabs in a barrel. I never even had heard of it before. I didn't even know that it was a thing. I just knew that we're supposed to help everybody. Like, that's how I enter into rooms. Wow. Like, especially me working in Orange County most of my, growing up life, if I saw another Black person in the room, I'm like rushing over there to figure out who this person is, what do they do, what department, how can we connect? So I had not until I think 2016 heard of the word crabs in the barrel.
Are you serious?
I am dead serious.
Wow.
So I always grew up helping other people because people always helped me. So I didn't think anything different. So when I started my movement, it was a no-brainer this is my brand Afrounicorn, for it to be a platform to help other people and promote their businesses. It was that's my life calling, is to help other people. Through Afrounicorn, like God gave me this idea, now I made it this platform, and the platform literally helps me help other people get to where they need to be. So yeah, Afrounicorn, if I post and tell everyone to support your business and buy from your business and follow you and shop with you, and that is how we grew. Like, that's how we got all eyes on us, because people saw what we were doing for others. I mean, everything's been grassroots. I haven't paid for anyone to rock the brand, from Tiffany Haddish to Alicia Keys, Sherry Shepherd. They all do it out of love and understanding the movement and what we're building, and just wanting to see us win in a real big way. And I'm very fortunate that I think the retailer that's putting me into all these stores, they're really showing that we can do it in a really big way. Like, it's gonna be a black unicorn on shelves.
That's right.
Like, right next to Mickey and Elsa and Elmo and Minecraft and LOL. Like, she there.
Right.
Unique, Divine, and Magical, they are there. And it's like, wow, these little girls, their mamas, some daddies, gonna be able to like be over the moon.
Yeah.
They're gonna be over the moon to be able to see themselves on shelves.
Representation is everything.
Representation matters.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. My last question. So, if anyone thinks that their life spice pairs well with your life spice, how do they go about getting in touch with you?
Make sure you follow on Afrounicorn_official, especially if you have a business, because what I'm going to do is help promote your business every single Saturday. Not only do we do the lives where we give great information to help you in your business, but I will literally post whatever you want me to share on my story for your business. I've coined Small Business Saturday. Like, Afrounicorn, it was a complete takeover for Small Business Saturday, and it's every single Saturday. So all you have to do is get up early, especially if you're on the West Coast. It ends at 9 a.m. because I get up at 6 a.m. So I go from 6 to 9, and I post however many people DM me between that hour, they get posted.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, I've been posted many a time. Yes. So you said something recently. I just want to hear my audience to hear that, because you told in the beginning your movement wasn't quite moving the way it's moving now, and you said something recently on
T-shirt Millionaire Charles YouTube.
And you said that you had to move the movement.
Yep.
Yes. And can you just?
So I just mentioned Small Business Saturday. So basically every single morning I post and I tell you how to tap in and how to send me your post so I can share. So the same post is still the same that I did back in 2019, but I didn't have the audience. So what I would do is I would go fishing, and by fishing, I would just start scrolling and seeing who had businesses, and I would just share them to my story and hashtag it Small Business Saturday until people caught on. Because 9 out of 10, people are not gonna get exactly what you're trying to give them. They're not gonna see your vision because your vision wasn't meant for them anyway. So you're going to have to move the movement along, create the wave, and people will finally catch on. Like, that's how it all happens in the games. If you ever go to a stadium, it's really one person, 2 people, 3 people just starting that wave, and then they get it. So I didn't let that discourage me. Saturday morning, I would get up, I would go fishing, I would start posting whoever I saw. And now, before I'm up at 6 a.m., my inbox is already flooded. So You just gotta, if it's not moving the way you want it to move, you need to move it along.
Move the movement.
Move the movement.
I love it. I love it. So we're going to let April go ahead and finish her food.
Because it's fire.
We're going to let her finish her
Thank
food.
you.
And remember, if you want any of these recipes, minus the ceviche, because that is my bread and butter, so you can't have that. But minus the ceviche, if you want any of these recipes, you need to go onto our Instagram page and sign up on our mailing list, and make sure you subscribe to our channel, and you can have these recipes right in your home.
You definitely want these recipes. They're fire.
I am Chef Kia. This is Veganize It, and we are shooting live from Swift Cafe right here in Leimert Park. Another woman, Black-owned business, so make sure you support Swift Cafe, Veganize It, My Daddy's Recipes, and Afrounicorn. And always and today, remember to season everything you do with love.